Hey guys, and welcome to Rise Up, my brand new series. I am really excited to launch this. It is essentially going to be 10 weeks of content that is completely free, and it's going to be downloadable guides that you can essentially get access to. There is going to be one new guide releasing every single week, and it is going to basically cover loads of information to help you level up and improve. So if you want to improve your results, you want to learn more around mindset, training, nutrition, photo shoots, potentially even competing, then keep your eyes on this, because there is so much stuff coming out over the next 10 weeks and you can get all of it downloadable straight onto your computer or your phone for free. So what I'm basically going to do is every week we are going to cover one of the topics, and it's going to be like a 10-week series on YouTube, obviously alongside the vlogs that cover the content in the guide. So if you want to go and download week one, the link is below. I will pop it in the caption and you can literally head over, download the guide and get access to the full guide straight away. All right, so keep your eyes on these videos, 10-week series. Loads of information to essentially improve all round in terms of your mindset, your results, everything. Okay, so how this is essentially going to be structured. There's going to be 3 parts. So part 1 is all about mindset. Part 2 is going to be your training and your nutrition. And part 3 is going to be advanced. So what's next? Okay, so there's 4 weeks is mindset, 4 weeks training nutrition, and then 2 weeks for photo shoots and comp prep. So I'm really excited for this. Let's get stuck into week number 1. So essentially, just to give a little bit of a background around Undivided as well, obviously I offer one-to-one coaching to females, and it is essentially our mission is to empower women not just with the training and the nutrition, but with all aspects of their life. So the coaching is made up of the individualized coaching, the community, the all female community, and empowerment through knowledge. So that's the 3 main aspects of how the coaching is put together. I've obviously got like 7+ years now bodybuilding and working with like hundreds of women as a coach. So I'm really excited to be able to put this out there for free and hopefully be able to help more people. So let's get into week 1. This is going to basically cover how to set and achieve your biggest goals. So like I said, the first 4 weeks are all about mindset. So we're basically going to start off right at the start. We're going to go through all things mindset and how you can actually improve your mindset and set yourself goals. Because so many people essentially say they want to do something. So they'll say, yeah, I have this goal. I want to lose this much weight. I want to take part in a photo shoot. I want to build muscle. But then the goal is too vague and there's no actions that are actually being put in place to move someone closer towards that goal. So what we are going to do in this video is we are going to talk about how you go about goal setting, and how you then break that down into actionable targets that you can actually hit on a week-to-week basis that are going to move you forward towards that goal. So step number one, what is your goal? Because you're never going to make progress if you just say, yeah, I'll just kind of see what happens and I'll see if I get there. It's too vague. It is so important to actually know, 1, what you are working towards, and 2, what are the actions that you actually need to take. So we're going to look at essentially your physique goals, how you want to feel, if there's a specific date you're working towards, and your ideal lifestyle. And what I actually want you to do, I actually want you to go and do this if you are watching this video, is go and write down your goals. So you can use the 4 points I've just mentioned to help. And like I said, if you actually download the guide as well, all of this is literally written in the guide so you can really get involved with it. It doesn't have to be an end goal. I think that's the biggest thing. People think they need this gigantic end amazing goal. It just needs to be something for you to work towards. So do you want to improve your strength? Do you want to be more consistent with your training? Do you want to maybe lose a little bit of body fat? Do you want to get to the gym, 4 times a week and start to actually make physique progress? It needs to be specific to you. So the first step is you need a goal, because if you are just kind of going about your day and you don't really know what you're doing or what you are working towards, it becomes really hard to actually figure out the actions you need to take, because there's no clear goal that you're working towards. And like I said, it doesn't have to be an end goal. It just needs to be, what do you actually want to achieve? And that's going to be completely different for everyone. So that's the step 1. Okay, so now you've got your goal and hopefully you've written it down. What we're going to do is break down your goal. So loads of women have goals, right? But they never make progress because the goal isn't actionable. And that is the biggest thing. So if your goal is not actionable, it is just going to stay a goal forever, which we do not want. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down this big goal into 2 to 3 actionable steps. And what makes a goal actionable if it is something that you can physically tick off, okay? So if someone said to me, okay, so say if you came to me right now and you were like, I want to lose 10 pounds because I want to feel more confident and I want to be able to fit in my favourite skirt, just as a random example, that's great, but you can't actually, what do you actually need to do to lose those 10 pounds, okay? What actions do you need to take? And these need to be really little things that you can literally write on a to-do list and you can tick off, okay? So let's take an example. For example, let's take the one I just said about weight loss, because that's a pretty generic goal with the 10 pounds of weight loss. So what actually does that person need to do? They probably need to be consistently tracking their food. They probably need to be moving more and maybe setting themselves a step target. And they probably need to be building in some form of regular training. So to this person, their actions might be, okay, well, I need to get to the gym on this day at this time every single week. I need to maybe get up at an hour earlier and make sure I'm going for a walk to get my steps done in the morning. And I need to make sure I'm spending 45 minutes on a Sunday evening sitting down and tracking my food in for the week so I know I'm hitting my calories. So you can see how they're actually things that they could program into their week and they can tick off. So that's the best thing to do, okay? If you have a goal, split it down, think about the actions that you can take, and then I've kind of skipped ahead of myself here, but we're going to actually block out this time into your diary. So this is part number 3. So you've got your goal, you have got your 2 to 3 actionable steps, and what we are going to do now is actually block these out into your diary. This is essential because if you say, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week, and then it gets to Friday and you've been to the gym 0 times, which is really common. So what you need to do is you need to actually sit down ahead of the week and program your time or your actions into your diary. So this is something that I do every Friday. Okay, I will sit down with my Google Diary. It doesn't matter what you use, you can use Google Diary. I really recommend it because it's free, it's so easy, it syncs across to your phone, so you can literally program it on your laptop and it syncs to your phone, which makes life a hell of a lot easier. And you can color code things, which is amazing. I just think it's great. You can add reminders in, you can set recurring events every week. It's just brilliant. So I really recommend using that, but obviously you can use a paper diary. I do also have, I'm going to show this, Grace Beverley's productivity method, little plug, diary, which is very, very good as well, which I do use just for day-to-day stuff. So get yourself a written diary or a Google Diary. Passion Planner I've used before and I also really rate that. But what we're going to actually do is we're going to block out these tasks into your diary. So like I said, this is something I do every Friday. I'll sit down with my diary and I will literally put everything that I need to do for the next week in. So cardio, steps, training, client calls, business work, check-ins. Everything is programmed into my diary on a specific day for a specific time, because then I know without fail that these things are going to get done. If I don't, I'm not going to know what I need to do day to day to actually get things done, and I'll get to the end of the week and nothing will have been done properly. So now we've got the actionable steps, we need to put these into the diary in advance. Essential point. So allocate essential blocks, time block everything. Start off with your work, okay, because obviously that's pretty fixed time-wise. So start with your work, any appointments, hair appointments, nail appointments, anything where you have to be at a certain place for a certain time, get it blocked in your diary. Number 3 is add your actions in. So now you've got your essentials in. It might be take the kids swimming, or it might be meet friend for coffee if you've arranged a coffee date. Now you've got those essential things in. You can see where your little free time slots are. What you can do now is put your actions in. So if we go back to that first point that I just said about the woman that wants to lose 10 pounds and she needs to go to the gym consistently, she needs to up her steps and she needs to pre-track in her food, I would actually go into the Sunday and allocate 45 minutes and literally write in the diary, track in meals for next week. So it's in the diary on a Sunday at whatever time suits. Same with the sessions and the steps. Like if you know that you need to get 10k steps a day in, put it in your diary. Say, right, when is this going to work? I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk from 6:30 till 7:30 every morning for an hour, because that's going to get like probably 7 or 8k steps in, you know? So it means that they're blocked into your diary and they're actually going to get done, because otherwise you're basically winging it, right? And then the last point, very important, is you need to actually check your diary, because what people do then is they'll plan it and then they won't check it. So actually check your diary, adjust your timings if you need to for the next day. If something comes up, it might need to be tweaked. It might take you a few weeks to actually get this right. But that is the first step. So we're starting off with some goals. So what we're going to do, we're going to follow this through 10 weeks. I want you to actually commit to these 10 weeks, because I promise you there's a lot of cool stuff coming up in this, and if you do this properly, you can get some really good results just from using this free training. So get your goal, write your goal down, break your goal down into 2 to 3 actionable steps, and then program it into your diary. If there is anything you get stuck with, or you want help with, or if you want a bit of accountability, write your goal down below, write your 2 to 3 actionable steps down, because you can literally follow this series through and build on it over the next few weeks. So I'm excited for this. It's going to be good. Go and download the guide, because you can then have it in front of you as well as watching this video. What we are going to be covering next week is how to actually prioritize yourself and your own goals. So we're going to be basically talking self-care, which I love. And how to actually prioritize yourself. Like I said, these are all going to be mindset related, these first 4 weeks, and then we are going to be moving on to the juicy stuff, which is the training and the nutrition, which I think everyone loves. So yeah, get involved guys, pop anything down below, and I will see you next week.